All right, so what's going on, guys? It's your boy Darius, back at it again with another video. Sorry for kind of being MIA. The four-wheeler didn't get the radiator relocate. The guy kind of got screwed over with the powder coat, and then after we went riding on the 17th of December, the truck went down for a couple weeks. So just now getting the truck back up running, and I'm making another video. So we're gonna make a, I'll say short, but we're gonna go over the pros and cons of having a 2020 Kawasaki brute force. It's clean from the last ride, so, but as you can see, you already know I changed the wheels and tires from the stock ones, which was 25 by 8 in the front and 25 by 10 in the back. They were just some stock cheap old tires on the stock wheels. They weren't that good. They actually was relatively really terrible. I didn't like them, so I was able to trade them for the Mud Lights, which are doing really good. Now, another thing to watch out for is the radiator. The radiator is in such a bad place that when it's really hot and dusty, the four-wheeler kind of overheats and it won't even be stopped up. It's just bad placement. So radiator relocate will fix that, and then after that it will not overheat ever again, hopefully. The other thing I really don't like is the Diff Lock. That's the Diff Lock. Not really a big deal. It's got a lot of power. I really love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Like I said, I'm eventually gonna do a full exhaust tune, snorkel, radiator relocate, and all that good stuff. Now, the other bad thing is the stock headlights. Stock headlights are terrible. They suck. They're not, you can't really see that good at night. So if you're not going to do the Terex plug and play kit to get the LED lights, I do suggest getting a light bar, just like I suggest doing a radiator relocate if you're going to ride, if you're going to do any kind of riding. It's just a mandatory thing, just a brute force thing. They kind of suck. Like they just overheat. As you can tell, y'all have already seen, I got the Warren 2,500 pound winch. Love it. Used it a couple times. Not for me, for other people. I don't really have that much I don't like about the brute force besides the lever and the placement of the radiator. I will say this, Kawasaki, if you ever make a 1000, I probably will buy it. If you ever make a mud brute force 750, I probably will buy it, because literally if this was a mud ready machine, it would be nasty in the mud. I completely love it. The Mud Lights do really good. The ride is really smooth. I haven't ever adjusted it from the stock settings. I mean, you can adjust the shocks. I haven't adjusted them. They ride really comfortable for me. I've hit a couple jumps on them. It's done really good. I have no complaints with it. Also, I really wish they came with a front bumper and a back bumper, which I'm going to eventually get, because, well, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing not to have bumpers. And I'm going to show you why. The last ride I did, I hit a tree. Well, when I hit the tree, this kind of happened. And I don't know if you can see, that's broke. And if you see back here, all that's broke. So other than that, that's kind of the only damage, unless you count that, and that's coming from the winch. But I mean, I literally have no complaints with the machine. It's just the overheating issue really needs to be fixed factory. I've also heard if you put I think it's Evans waterless coolant in it, that'll help as well. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a red relocate and just definitely get it out the way, because this is gonna kind of become a mud machine. I'm kind of gonna try to have it best of both worlds. So that's why I'm just gonna do the radiator relocate and the snorkel. Like I said, gonna try to have it best of both worlds. Now, I guess we'll talk about the Mud Light, the ITP Mud Lights. They are 26 by 10 in the front, 26 by 12 in the back. The reason, if you notice, the reason I have such a wide offset is because these wheels are for a solid rear axle machine. I am IRS, so that's why it kind of gives me that good offset. I have no complaints with it. The STI wheels look really, really good. I got an idea for them, so I might do it, I might not. I haven't made up my mind. The Mud Lights, they eat really, really good. A little rough on pavement till you get about 5 miles an hour. It's a little rough, but then after you get about 5 miles an hour, it kind of smooths on out. They eat really good in the mud. They're just an all-around great tire. I mean, the Brute Force is just an all-around great machine. I love mine. Like I said, just besides the little nitpicky things I have, just like this is coming from somebody who loads and unloads four-wheelers a lot, like I guess everybody else would.
You're an idiot!
It doesn't have park. Really wish the machine, really wish the Brute Force came with park. Because all I really have is leave it in high when I put it on a trailer and lock the rear brake. Other than that, I don't really have a complaint with it. I mean, I don't really remember how many hours I have on it. We're gonna look. I have 201 miles. 36 hours and 201 miles on it. So I ride. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ride. I'm not able to ride every weekend like I wish I could. I've got about 30-40 hours on it. Those are a little bit of mud hours, a little bit of trail hours, but it's still a great machine. I mean, y'all seen videos of me riding wheelies. I mean, I've hit it. Literally, that was in high with the heavy ass 26-inch ITP Mud Lights. It's still a ride a wheelie. So when I get a full exhaust, it's going to be completely nasty. I got an idea for an exhaust. Haven't really decided to pull the trigger. I'm going to kind of get it a little bit more ready, more mud ready, like I want it to, before I get to add more power. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for an ATV, so this is not the power steering edition of the Brute Force. I did not opt for the power steering because I'm the type of person, I've never had power steering on a four-wheeler, so I decided to go against it. I decided to not shell out the extra $1,000. Well, I got it on sale, so extra $1,000-$2,000 and get the power steering. So I just decided not to. So if you're in the market for a four-wheeler that's not power steering, but has great power, a Brute Force is actually the way to go if you can get the radiator relocate. And I mean, literally, that's all it really needs, is just a radiator relocate from factory, and it'll be a great machine. And if Kawasaki would get away from the 12-inch rims and go to 14s. But other than that, I mean, the little stuff I mean, besides the radiator, the rest of the stuff I've talked about is just me nitpicking. I mean, I literally have no complaints with the Brute Force. I mean, I really don't. It's just such a great running machine. I mean, now I will say this: Kawasaki owners do kind of get the bad end of the stick. We get called bus window lickers, but hey, we got the power. But I mean, if you're in the market for a four-wheeler and you don't want to get a Can-Am or Polaris or whatever, I'm not knocking anybody else. I'm just saying, if you don't want to get one and you want to get a Kawasaki, get one. I mean, it's got the power. If you can shell out the extra money for the power steering, go ahead. I mean, like I said, these 26-inch ITP Mud Lights, I didn't weigh them. I probably should have, but I didn't. They feel about 10-20 pounds heavier than the stock tires, stock wheel and tire combo, but it still rides. I mean, it still rides just as good. It'll pull the front wheels up. I mean, it turns them fine, and that's stock clutch and everything, which granted they're only a 26-inch tire. But yeah, I mean, I have this thing is just, it's done well. I mean, it gets good gas mileage. I mean, I can ride from 10 in the morning to 6 at night at Red Oak, and then go to Pine Lane, and ride for a couple more hours at Pine Lane, and still leave with a couple bars of fuel. I mean, I have no complaints with the machine. No huge complaints. Like I said, I don't, it's a great machine. I mean, it's a great machine. I mean, you've got everything you need right here. Your four-wheel drive, lights, reverse override. I put the winch on it, of course, as y'all seen in a lot of my other videos. This section right here is not exactly waterproof, so don't put anything in there that you want to get wet. That pocket right there is not waterproof. This one is, it's a little muddy. I don't really clean them out. It's slightly waterproof. I can't even get the damn thing back on. It's slightly waterproof, but I just put everything in my box here, and this is just a Walmart box. I put the foam in there, so literally everything doesn't go sliding around. I zip tied instead of, I could have probably put some holes in it and mounted it to the rails, but I just decided against that. I don't mind taking it on and off with zip ties. But like I said, if you're in the market for a four-wheeler, brute force is not a bad option. Like I said, I highly suggest changing out the stock tires. I mean, you can keep the stock wheel, just put some different tires on it, that'd be fine too. Highly suggest getting rid of the stock tires and getting rid of, sorry, I just happened to notice I got a slit right there, but it seems to be still holding there. So, but yeah, sorry, sidetrack. Get rid of stock tires, get a radiator relocate, and you shouldn't have any issues. I mean, I'm gonna do a lift, snorkel, radiator relocate, full exhaust, tune, and some different wheels and tires, and this thing will be pretty much done. I mean, that's all I really want to do to it. I mean, but hey, I just want to give y'all an update, let y'all know I'm still here, still making videos. Just the truck put me in a spot I didn't have, had to wait on the parts, and had to wait on the parts to get the truck back running, and I was out of the truck for like 2-3 weeks. So if you had me on Snapchat, you would have seen that. Also, look down in the description. I have my Snapchat, Instagram, all that good stuff. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, I will answer them to the best of my ability, because I'm not the four-wheeler expert. I don't know everything. I'm just going by what I know. And then probably in the next few months, I'll give another update. So I think I'm just gonna put I don't know what I'm gonna name this video yet. But make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I post videos. Hopefully I'm gonna catch y'all out on the trails. I got a ride this weekend. I'm gonna probably go to Red Oak and Pine Lane. Hadn't made up my mind yet. Probably go both. But I'm going to like I said, hopefully I see y'all on the trails. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.